Udhiya is a second form of sacrifice, or a third. You remember we said we sacrifice in Hajj as Hajj Shukran, to show our gratitude for Mutamatti' and Qarin. And there is Hajj Jibran, which is expiation for leaving an obligatory act or doing something of the prohibited acts in Ihram. And there is Udhiya. And Udhiya is what we offer on the day of Eid for those who do not go for Hajj, the rest of the world. And it is called Udhiya because usually it's slaughtered at the time of Duha prayer. So it's before Zawal. It's the time of it is after the Eid prayer and the whole days of Eid and the 3 days afterwards of days of Tashriq. And it is a highly recommended sunnah, as the scholars, the majority of them say, because Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. So offer prayer to your Lord and offer your sacrifice or slaughter. And also that Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, said that the Prophet ﷺ offered sacrifice with 2 rams that had horns, and they were black and white in their color, and he slaughtered them with his own hands, saying Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And the companions, may Allah be pleased with them, some of them, like Abu Bakr and Umar, did not offer Udhiya for the fear that people after them would consider it to be mandatory. And this indicates that it is a highly recommended sunnah, not mandatory. Otherwise, they would not have abandoned it. And what is best? To offer it or to give the money in charity, the cost of it in charity? Of course, without any doubt, like Imam Ahmad and the vast majority of scholars, they say, to offer this ritual as a form of worship is far better and greater and more accepted than to take the money of the ram and giving it to the poor. Because this is a ritual, a form of worship. And so many times we hear them seculars and those ignorant imbeciles worldwide say, don't slaughter so many sheep. This is inhumane. This is waste of money. Give the money to the poor. They can build their homes. They can pay their bills. All of this is nonsense. All of this comes only from people who do not know Islam. Do the ritual as Allah told you to do it, as the Prophet had done it himself, and don't listen to these fame seekers. Part of the etiquettes of such an udhiyah, when a person wants to perform such an udhiyah, in the subcontinent they call it Qurbani. I think even in Turkey and some other countries. But again, this is the Islamic name for it, Udhiya. When you want to offer it, and it is the beginning of the month of the Hijjah, the first 9 days or 10 days, and you intend to offer it, you need to refrain from clipping your nails or touching any of your body's hair. Period. Because the Prophet instructed this, alayhi salatu wassalam, that when the month of the Hijjah begins and one of you has the intention to offer his sacrifice for udhiyah, then he has to refrain from clipping his nails and touching his body hair, as reported by Imam Muslim. And this is only for those who will sacrifice. So my wife, my children who are included in my sacrifice are not to be included in this prohibition of clipping the nails and touching the body hair. They are exempted. Only me. But if my wife wants to sacrifice a separate animal for herself and her parents and the likes, then she has to follow the same ruling.